Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, and today we are going through some vintage deliveries. Yes, 2 vintage deliveries today, and these have actually come in a good couple of days ago now, if not weeks ago. I've also been to London and stuff, so it all feels a bit mismatchy, but I can't even remember what is in these, to be honest. So we're going to get into this together. Of course, I have opened them because on Vintage you need to just go in, make sure they're okay, say it's all fine, and yeah. So of course, from the seller's point of view, I've had to do that so that the seller gets their money. But we'll go into this grey one first. I can't remember what this is either. So let's get into this one. And as I say, I just literally opened this a little bit so I can just peep in and be like, yep, it's all good. I don't even get into like the actual discs. So they could be the discs could be wrong. Right, this has been that bag. So if we peel this off, there we go. There's some packaging stuff. And I picked up Terminator 2 on 4K. Controversial, let's just say. A lot of people gave the transfer of Terminator 2 a very negative response. I actually rated Terminator 2 when I watched it for the first time on my Blu-ray copy a very, very high score. Loved the film. One of my favourite sci-fi films ever made, I think I said in the What I Watched video. It really is. It's really good. It's so engaging, and I just think about it now, you know, even after the fact. But the slipcover for it is quite rare, and I've got Terminator with a slipcover, so it was just like something that if I see it out and about, I'll get it. This was, I think, about a £12–13 mark, so not too bad, but pretty good nonetheless, I think. So opening this up then, peeling that off, as I say, you got that slipcover, which is in really good condition, and also is one of like the older style slipcovers, really, but you know, pretty solid in itself, which is good. And then we've obviously then got the actual film there in the black case, with then the 2 discs inside, and of course that controversial disc there, the 4K. I'm really interested to give this a shot and see, you know, what the actual quality is like, because people say it's very different. You know, was it James Cameron did a lot of upscaling, and as I'm talking, I literally opened the disc and you can just smell cigarette smoke coming out of it. Yeah, and then it makes sense why, you know, the actual slipcover has got a little bit of yellow in around the edges. Just why people smoke in these day and ages, I'll never know. Yeah, it's quite faint, and hence why I'm getting so close, because, you know, it's not really for me. But the discs look good though, so nonetheless, it's all fine. The film itself is probably going to be fine, but it's just the case and stuff. But anyways, that just distracted me. But I'm really interested to see, you know, obviously the changes James Cameron made in this film. I think there was like a lot of softness in the images and whatnot, so there is some, you know, some actual changes there. But I'm going to give this another go properly once I've properly seen it, and we'll go from there. So yeah, really happy with that pickup in terms of Terminator 2. Obviously a shame about the whole cigarette thing. I need to hand sanitizer, get some hand sanitizer on now, and give this a bit of a wipe, because you just never know. But great film nonetheless, and I wanted that slip as well. Won't take long and it'll be cleaned up, so I'll sort that out. Right, the next one then is another vintage one. Here it is, Fragile. This one is. Again, I can't remember what this is. Really can't remember. Oh, some people will see it. Now I remember. Now I remember, but as you can see, I haven't opened this up at all, so we don't know what the discs are going to be like. So as I've been hunting recently for, you know, big box sets and all that, and one that I did pick up recently, which I did unbox on one of these videos, was Star Trek, the original 6-movie collection. There's also there's another box set to get. I think it's Generations, which I haven't got, so those films are not included in this. And now I also then got the one after that, Generations, which is the Kelvin timeline, which is the J.J. Abrams movie bundle of movies with Zoe Saldana, Chris Pine, and I can't remember what his name was. Now, I watched these for the first time a couple of months into starting YouTube, I think, and I didn't like them. I think I remember sending them back, or like trading them in. But yeah, I didn't like them. One thing I'm interested by this though is it does come apparently with a fold out poster. I don't even know if it does come with that, so it feels like it does. It's quite heavy. But what's nice about this is obviously it's a slim package for all 3 films. But, oh, looks like we get something. So we'll look at the discs first. So we get the Star Trek there, the first film. That's the 4K disc. We get Star Trek, then the Blu-ray disc. Into Darkness, which is the second one, obviously, with 4K. Blu-ray on that one. And then beyond then, which is the final one, you get the 4K there and the Blu-ray there. So all discs are included, which is nice. And we also get this thing here, which is the Kelvin timeline, which is this fold-out poster thing, which it does come with. So all the characters are on there. Yep. And then the start. Yeah, so it starts from here. And then it goes all the way through to that. So pretty nice. Pretty nice comes with that. I didn't know it came with that, but this is the Kelvin timeline. Star Trek Anomaly Detected, and then by the end, obviously, is the Beyond that. I don't think I've seen Beyond. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna watch. You know, getting all the Star Trek films, I want to watch Star Trek entirely. Properly from start to finish. So now that I've got this one, again, another this is like an out of print, to be honest, which is crazy because, you know, you think they continue selling this box set. You know, it's quite out of print, quite rare, with that slip as well. Obviously takes up very minimal room on the shelf, and pretty nice. So that's going to look pretty good there on the shelf, obviously with all the Star Trek stuff. And once I get the final one now, which is the Nemesis box set, which I think contains 4 films, then we'll have all the Star Trek movies to watch. So I think in total there's 6 in there, 4 in Nemesis, and 3 here. So there's 13 in total to watch. I remember though the effects of these films being really good and the actual story being quite enticing, but maybe it felt like a one-time watch. And back then I was really picky about what I have on my shelves. I didn't have as much space as I've got now. I've done the room differently. So, you know, I'm more open to, you know, keeping this now. And obviously slim package, similar to what I did with John Wick, you know, in terms of just getting 3 films in a slimmer package. This one's even better than that though, because it comes with those Blu-rays, not just the 4Ks, because some of the slim packages, you do give up those Blu-rays. But no, pleased with that. And I'm very happy that we picked that up now. I can confirm this is not from a smoker, but unfortunately this one was. But I'm pleased with the 2 4K pickups that I got from Vinted. As I say, these have been in the works for the last 10 days or so. I just have had them here, just haven't had a chance to do the video. I've been away and stuff. And yeah, I think I had this one first, but I won't just do one video. I'll wait for another thing to come in. So pleased with the 2. As I say, need to clean this one up a little bit, but I'm really happy with the Vinted deliveries that we got for this. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon where I go through pickups like this, of course, and I have, you know, Blu-ray hunting on Mondays, and we go and look for different physical medias to build my collection behind me. If you want to be part of that journey, there's a QR code there on the screen. You know, scan it, you can subscribe, you know, it's all free, and you can be part of the journey on Movies with James. Stay tuned. When we get to 4,000 subscribers, we'll do a massive giveaway, and of course I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.